Hi, y'all, and thank you for watching my channel. Hold on, because I don't like that angle. Hi, y'all, and thank y'all for watching my channel. Okay, so I'm about to hit y'all with the story time of the time this dude's mom did not like me because I did not want to have sex with her son. This was the weirdest shit I have ever gone through. This was the weirdest family I have ever known, period. Looking back, I was definitely boo boo the motherfucking fool, but it is what it is. So, first, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory of this time in my life. I was going through a really, really rough patch because my mom was in a abusive relationship. He was psychologically, mentally. I don't know if he was physically abusive because bitch, I was trying to stay gone after the psychological and the mental shit. But basically, he had this rule where if we didn't want to go to church and pretend to be a happy family, we couldn't eat on Sundays, Sunday dinner or whatever. And then he had these other rules where he didn't really like us in the kitchen. And we weren't allowed to be in there cooking without his permission. And most of the time he said fucking no. So yeah, and I'm gonna go into that a lot more detail later. He's also the one that put me out. If you've seen that story time, so ooh, I just kicked the damn camera like that. So I'm trying to like stay kind of on the good side. No, but this was right before I got put out. Actually, yeah, this was right before I got put out. I started dating this dude. What are we gonna call him? Pussy ass. Nah, we can't call him that because he might. Yeah, what we gonna call him? We're gonna call him Punk. Okay. Or do I have anything better on the little paper? Because sometimes I be having good shit on the paper and I just don't refer back to it, y'all. Ever. Um. Okay, good. I don't have nothing good for him. We're gonna call him Punk. So, me and Punk had met in the fucking neighborhood. Punk was spitting game and I just liked him because I saw no potential in the relationship. I'm not gonna even fucking lie to y'all. I was only dating him because I knew this relationship was not going nowhere. And if we made it till I graduated, I would go off to college and probably never talk to him again. I know that's fucked up, but you know how you can tell somebody ain't shit. Like half of the shit he was saying, I could tell he just wanted to fuck. But I was only dating him so I could go over his house and eat. That's really it. I know that's real sad, but yeah, when we were friends, like I would come over and he would make me pancakes and shit. Then he started saying it got to be official in order for us to hang out. And am I gonna give up pancakes and pizza rolls and go home to no food? No, I'm taking them damn pancakes, pizza rolls, and a relationship attached. So yeah, but mind y'all, before we even got official, it was him and this other dude trying to talk to me. Now I was like so emotionally distraught. I didn't want to date anybody I seriously liked because I didn't want to hurt anybody and I didn't want to end up catching feelings, go through this whirlwind of pain on top of the pain I was already going through. And being honest, that other guy was fucking sent from heaven. I'm gonna say his name because God bless the ground you walk on. His name was Jerry. Jerry treated me like a motherfucking queen. Jerry was Spanish. He had these sexy ass hazel eyes. And honestly, the most attractive thing about him was that his parents raised him with respect and right. Like, you would never catch Jerry mistreating somebody. Like, Jerry was super nice, kind to everybody. Jerry was a fucking sweetheart. And I don't know. I just knew that I didn't know where I was going to be, where life was going to take me. So I just didn't want to give Jerry a chance. Sorry, Jerry. I did not want to hurt you because you were such a beautiful human being. So I chose Punk. Punk used to try and talk all tough, and I did not like it because a lot of times it would get us or him into situations that he was not gonna get himself out of. Like, why are you letting your mouth write checks that you can't cash? What are we gonna do? Get jumped, Punk? And did I have better options? Yes, I had a lot. of dudes trying to talk to me, but I was going through a hell of a lot. I did not want to date anybody in my school. I did not want nobody in my school to know my situation. I really didn't care for anybody to know what was going on. So I wanted to date someone that would honestly never genuinely pay me enough attention to even notice anything was wrong at home. Um, so he was perfect. So we dated, and it was all like pictures, I guess you could say. He was dating me for the look, and I was dating him for the food. And into this relationship, I actually started trying to like, I'm like, okay, let me just, see where things could go. Actually take this shit serious. And so I started trying to build a relationship with his mom because she said she did not like the fact that, yes, I greet her out of respect, but I don't really sit down and have conversations with her. And I never really sat down and had conversations with her because I always got a bad ass vibe from her. I don't know why. It's just like something about her weirded me the fuck out. It did. Um, After a few months of me coming over, no, I'm sorry, after a couple of months of me coming over, I ended up breaking out of my shell, talking more to his family. And let me tell y'all, his younger brother did not like me because he did not know why I was with his brother. And he did not like that shit. So he used to be all in my face, giving me problems. And when they get into an argument, he'd be like, "Yeah, you and your ugly ass girlfriend, da 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 da." Mind you, I'm not gonna speak on his girlfriend. I'm not. I'm gonna leave it alone. But just keep in mind that there was no comparison. His girlfriend was literally the city's little ugly bitch that thinks she the shit. She was that for our city, the whole city. So when he said that, I'm like, you don't even know if you're the father, and you're coming for me. But I'm gonna keep on minding my business because I like these pizza rolls and them pancakes. And being honest, I really didn't give a fuck. I had enough going on at home. That was like a blessing. So his family started wanting me to be more family oriented. I started hanging out with his older brother's girlfriend, getting to know her. She was really, really sweet. I loved her. But then his mom had sat us down and she was like, "Yeah, I just don't understand, what's going on in your relationship. I don't see much sexual progress." I'm like, what the fuck does she mean? Because in my head, I'm like, I'm waiting until marriage. Like, what are you talking about? Sexual progress? He is not fucking this. And she was like, "Yeah, all my other sons have babies on the way. He's the only one that don't." And I'm like, well, what does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with me? I'm just sitting there listening to this lecture on why I don't have a baby on the way in this relationship that I've only been in for 2 months. And I'm like, she's scaring me. I'm like, is this supposed to be like peer pressure into giving my virginity away? Like, the fuck is going on here? And so she was like, "Yeah, I would just like you to be more involved with the family since you're here every day. Join us for our family spades games and stuff like that." So I started joining them for their family spades games. Of course, getting more involved because she felt that it was needed out of respect, and I didn't really mind or have nothing against it. I'm just like really, really shy, and she kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So I used to be nervous about being around her, especially left alone around her ass. But yeah, so we're all playing spades, and her girlfriend are talking to me. They're trying to give me like this sex education that I don't need because I don't plan on having sex. So I'm just like, I don't know where we're going with this, but let them keep going. So then a couple of weeks go by, and he was like, my mom had pulled me to the side, wondering why we're not sexually active, and I'm like, what did you tell her? And he was like, I just told her that you weren't ready. And now, mind y'all, the main reason I had no intentions on breaking my promise of waiting till marriage is because I knew he was cheating on me. Dude had been cheating since like 2 weeks into the relationship because I wouldn't have sex with him. I'm not stupid. I know. I saw the messages. And you know how Facebook had came out with this thing where you could hide certain posts from certain people? He was like posting his ex up. No, I'm sorry. His ex was posting him up, and he would hide the post from me. Okay. So I saw it because I have friends. Like, my friends are going to tell me. They honestly was like, "Why the fuck are you with that ugly ass bumfuck ass dude?" And I was not about to say that it was for pancakes and pizza rolls because, bitch, I'm a bum too right now. So moving forward, I don't want to catch AIDS. We're not having sex. Period. I don't even think this dude uses condoms. He probably doesn't even know what a condom is as much as his mom be preaching about getting pregnant with them. Hell the fuck no. His mom preferred the other girl because the other girl was head over heels, would do whatever he say, jump through all of his little hoops. He had her looking fucking ridiculous and stupid, constantly cheating on her ass, her constantly taking him back. And so the mom liked the fact that she was basically chasing his ass down. And that's not me, baby. I don't care how desperate I am. That will never be me. So, we just a couple weeks later, he started trying to have sex. Oh my god, it was so awkward, y'all. I just had to keep a straight face. So one day we're like cuddled up and we're kissing or whatever, and this nigga starts taking off his clothes. And I'm looking over out the corner of my eye at the door because I'm like, everybody is home. The door isn't even closed. Like, what the fuck is this nigga on? It must be coke. Why else would he be so damn stupid? He doesn't even care. Like, no respect for privacy, nothing. Like, so at that point, I'm just like, this is not how I see my first time going. So I'm like, hell no. Nah, I'm good. Because then once he takes off his clothes, he's trying to take off mine. I'm like, no, we're not having sex. And after I turn him down like about 5 times, his mom comes in and she's like, hey, I think it's time for you to go. Thank you, bitch, because I saw you standing there watching from when it first started. I thought it was been time for me to go. Thank you. Thank you. So the whole time where I'm peeking out the corner of my eye because I feel something, whole time it was her ass just standing there like, bitch, a creep. Like I thought, a whole creep. So anyways, she tells me it's time for me to go home and that he needs some time away from me. Now, at first I thought that she was mad he was trying to have sex in her house, but I realized eventually, like a week or so later after me and him had talked, that she was mad that I didn't want to have sex with his funky ass. Bitch, I'm good. I'm good. We're not having sex. I had to walk home at 11 o'clock at night in the dark. Normally he walks me home, so it was definitely very, very scary, but it was an eye opener. And eventually I ended up getting kicked out of my mom's house. Yeah, it was coming hard. It was coming either way. So I started spending a hell of a lot more time with him because I really just was depressed and going through a lot. And after a while, he started to become like a really, really, really good friend. I'm not gonna lie, like the friendship was really getting stronger. But he was still constantly trying to have sex. I was not feeling that. And all of a sudden, his mom started acting stank towards me. And me and him had got into an argument one day while I was over. He was like, I think we need to go outside and talk. So we go outside and talk. Of course, the argument's about sex. We go outside and talk, and he was like, yeah, my mom's been lurking on your Facebook page. And she said there's been girls calling you bae and all kinds of shit. I'm like, that's what girls call each other. That's really normal, especially if you go to school with like those super eccentric, free spirited girls. They don't give a fuck. He was like, yeah, I just feel like you might be gay. And in my head, I'm like, shit, I might be. Because you ain't never turned me on. Never. Because he was just like so like forceful and aggressive with it. Like it was never a turn on. I was just like so he was like, yeah, so my mom thinks that you're gay and she thinks that you're cheating on me. Mind you, everybody knows that he's cheating on me with his ex. Even I know, but they don't know that I know. So everybody knows that he's cheating on me with his ex. And they're sitting here trying to literally put all of the blame on me. And I think honestly, when I found out he was cheating 2 weeks in and wasn't even willing to wait 2 weeks, that's probably what really made me put him in the friend zone in the relationship. But yeah, so I'm like, how is your mom gonna say that I'm cheating on you when you have other females posting up how much they love you and how y'all will always be together and you liking the shit and in the comments under the shit? Like, what are you talking about? And your family saw the shit because they liked it too. So what are they talking about? I'm cheating because a female called me bae on Facebook in the comment section saying happy birthday bae. The only comment from this female. You don't see me posted on her page. You don't see her posted on my page. You don't see any pictures of us together. You don't even see her number in my phone. But I'm cheating on you. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know you knew about all of that." Da da da. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty observant. I can tell when someone ain't moving right. I ain't crazy. I'm not boo boo the fool." And so at that point, he was like, "Dang, I had no idea. I promise I'll stop cheating and I'll wait for sex. Da da da. Just don't break up with me." And I was like, "I guess I can give you one more chance." He was gonna get as many chances as he needed until I no longer needed his damn pancakes. I was staying with my dad at the time, but my dad's girlfriend really wasn't feeling me at fucking all. So I did not think that was gonna be like long term. So I was definitely gonna keep dating him just in case anything else didn't work out. Um, so yeah. And mind y'all, I think I was like 15. I was either 14 or 15, but I really believe I was 15. And in the state that I lived in, yeah, I was 15. He was 17, getting ready to turn 18 in a few months. So that was already a huge age gap, but my parents ain't know. They didn't know that he was that old. Um, Anyways, moving forward. Me and him were cool. Me and his family were cool. I kept my talking to his mom bare minimum because I already knew the bitch was talking shit about me behind my back. He already told me she called me a hoe and said that I was cheating on him and all this other stuff. So I'm just like keeping it to the bare fucking minimum. This dude ends up getting me a present for our like 4th or 5th month anniversary, and the present was a fucking dildo. And the dildo was like 9 inches, this fucking thick, and it was black as fuck, and it was the kind that suction cups. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this goddamn dildo? Why didn't he just give me a vibrator? Like, what? He was like, yeah, I got this for you so you could practice a little bit. First of all, the dildo is not even in the box. He was like, I was too embarrassed to buy it, so I stole it. That would explain why it's not in the box. But I still don't trust it. Like I just don't trust it. How am I supposed to use this? But then I read online you could soak it in vinegar and all this other stuff. And I did end up making sure I checked to make sure it was real. I mean new. So thank God for that. Because apparently when they wear you can tell. So I thought he was trying to be funny. So one day we ended up chilling at his house and we was in his brother's room. We were supposed to be babysitting. All the kids would sleep in the other room. We're in his brother's room and we're just hugged up watching movies, and all of a sudden he starts play fighting with me. So I'm like, okay, this is fun. And y'all know that shit always leads to something else. And I was like, he got me fucked up. Dude think he's slick. Start trying to take off my clothes. So we are not having sex. Like, haven't I made this abundantly clear? Like, abundantly clear. Now, we end up getting into a whole argument. We go in his room and sit down and chill. And we're just sitting there talking. Now, I end up getting on his phone because I'm playing some. I was on Facebook. I was on his phone on Facebook. And while I was on there, y'all, I seen messages from this girl, and I don't care about getting cheated on in a relationship where I have no intention on having sex with a person. Don't really care about the relationship. I was just going through a rough patch, so I really didn't care about getting cheated on. But y'all, this girl was like 12 or 13 years old, and he was like buttering her up. Like, I felt like it was grooming. I felt like he was grooming this girl for sex, and I got so scared, y'all. I got so scared. I left, and I ain't never talked to his ass a fucking. No, I did end up talking to him one more time, but I left. Like, I left. I left, went back to my dad's house. We never talked or nothing. And people at school used to be like, oh, I seen your dude. I seen your dude. I'm like, he is not my dude no more. But he didn't say that. He told me to tell you hi and da 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 da. Like, he thought that because I was who I was, that he could just ride my coattail of, you know. And yeah, because I was really, I'm not popular, wasn't popular. I just knew everybody and was cool with everybody because I genuinely was a good friend, period. So he starts trying to get in with certain people by using my name all of a sudden when you just wasn't claiming me because you was cheating on me with that other girl, but whatever. So the cheating on me with a 12, 13-year-old girl was kind of what threw me. I couldn't go back after that. I was like, I guess I'll have to starve and die. Um He ended up coming by my house for closure, y'all. And I was getting ready to move to Georgia at this time. He came by for closure and he was like, I really don't know where we went wrong. And I'm like, well, being honest, I wasn't ready for a relationship. I was going through a rough time at home. And honestly, I did start to like you until 2 weeks in. I found out that you was cheating on me. That I just friend zoned you in the relationship. And he was like, oh, so you knew the whole time? I'm like, yeah, I knew like from the moment you started cheating on me that you was cheating on me. He's like, why didn't you say anything? I was like, I still was hungry. The fuck? I was still hungry. I'm not about to say nothing and say you break up with me for her. Hell no. So we ended up talking some more. He was like, yeah, I guess my mom was right about you because she ain't never like you. She felt like you was a hoe. You was cheating on me. And he was like, she couldn't even figure out why you was with me because I was doing so bad in school. I was like, first of all, we don't go to the same school. So there was no way for me to know that you were failing. And I'm an AB student. So I could see why she's like, this is strange. But I had no way of knowing how you are in school because we don't go to the same school and we never have. Um, then he was basically telling me about how his mom's girlfriend felt like I was too good for him. And I was like, oh, she was like, yeah. And then my mom's boyfriend was like, you're too good for me. I'm like, your mom's boyfriend or your mom's girlfriend? The girl your mom's dating? And he was like, nah, my mom not gay. Did it. Like, he started going off on me. And so I was like, hold on, because who the fuck is he talking to? He called me a bitch and everything. And his mom is gay. Like, she has a girlfriend. Like, what is he talking about? And being gay as a girl has never been looked at negatively, at least not where I live. So I'm like, I don't know why he's tripping. I was like, first of all, let me just be completely frank. The reason why I ghosted your ass, didn't even have the decency to break up with you, is because I saw that you was cheating on me with a little girl that was like 12 years old. And I was not about to go through your phone to see how many others there was. I was sick and disgusted. And he was like, how you know she's 12, 13? I'm like, she's in middle school. Middle school. We're getting ready. You're supposed to be graduating this year. You're supposed to be going off to college, and the girl you're talking to is fucking 12. And so he starts going in, like he's getting real mad. He acting like he about to hit me. I was like, please don't come up to me acting crazy because I will go knock on my neighbor's door. Like literally, I was the only one home, but my neighbors go to bats for me. I was like, I will go knock on my neighbor's door and have him come out here and beat your ass. Don't play with me. I'm going in the house. You can go on about your business. We ain't even ever got to talk again. And me and him never talked again. Like he used to hit me up every now and then on Facebook, on Instagram, through message, but I never responded because hell no. I don't care. You're like a couple months away from being 18 and the girl you're trying to smash is 12. Trying to talk her into like, come on now. That's disgusting. Um Actually, looking back, I had no idea that I was supposed to report him. I was so dumb. I had no idea that I was supposed to report him. Cuz I thought I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I thought. But I didn't even get to screenshot the evidence or anything, so it had just been my word against his. And by now, I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to delete it after the. I'm pretty sure he has some sort of common sense, just a little bit. But I meant to actually screenshot it, and I had went to my mom later for advice, but she said it's too late because he's probably already, gotten rid of the messages and stuff. She was like, it's probably best that you reach out to the girl and let her know what's going on. Now the girl thought that she was doing it big. She was like, I got this dude and he's older than me and he got a girlfriend and I'm taking him away from his girlfriend, not knowing that he's really only talking to her because he feels that he can manipulate her into sex, because nobody our age is even falling for his ass. Like, so she thought like I couldn't tell her shit because she really thought that she lucked up and got the king of the crop type shit. So I was just like, I'm gonna let it be. Now tell me why. Me and this girl end up going to school together 2 years later when I moved back to North Carolina from Georgia. She was looking at me and I'm looking at her. I was like, I know you from somewhere. And then I was like, oh, you're that girl. But we ended up being pretty cool, actually. We ended up being great friends. Once I went off to college, not during high school, because I didn't really talk to nobody once I came back from Georgia. So yeah, this is a story about finding out my boyfriend was cheating on me with a 12-year-old and kind of being completely confused by it. I knew it was wrong, but I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. I did see if I could look for her mom on Facebook. Could not find her mom on Facebook for nothing. She didn't have no family members as friends, just like actual friends. And you know, your homegirls be knowing what you be doing behind closed doors. And I'm not about to be going around telling nobody business, because a lot of times people will scrutinize the little girl for being groomed and not the pedophile for grooming her. That's just, it is what it is. That's how it be. So I was like, I'm not about to put her business on air, because what if this girl gets, I've seen people literally get a whooping for being raped or molested. So I was like, I don't know her situation. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I told her what I could tell her. That is what it is.